Hey guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here, and welcome to another episode of Out on DVD. We're talking about the latest movies released on DVD. And today we're going to talk about Son of Batman, which is the latest in the line of DC animated movies. So let's check that out. First, let's start out with the general story. In this movie, Deathstroke attacks the League of Assassins and kills off Ra's al Ghul, hoping to take it over and get revenge. So Talia and her son have to escape to Gotham City where they'll be safe. And if you guys read the recent comics, you know that Talia's son is also Batman's son, Damian Wayne. So now Batman has to raise this little kid that's all dangerous and he kills people because he's training in the ways of the assassins. So he wants to kill enemies without mercy. But he also has to find out what Deathstroke is up to and stop him. So now let's start with the characters. Now, the movie has several characters. The ones that stand out the most, of course, we got... Well, let's start with Damian because he's the main star in this case. So Damian is the son of Batman and Talia. And yeah, this character, they really pulled him off. They really made him act exactly like he does in the comic books. He's basically spoiled. He feels all entitled. He's incredibly skilled for being 10 years old. He knows all the dangerous, ninjutsu techniques. He can hack into computers. He knows all that stuff. But because of that, he's extremely arrogant. But he also is very careless and things like that. But yeah, he's very skilled. I mean, they kept his I guess, snotty personality, the way he just talks down to Alfred and everyone around him. I mean, they just kept his personality exactly the way it was in the comic books. It makes me feel bad that he died recently because I wish he was back in the comics. But yeah, they really captured his main thing. And of course in this movie, now since Deathstroke kidnapped his mother, his main goal in the movie is to find him and kill him no matter what and everything. And then, of course, we got Batman. Batman, of course, is now dealing with the fact that he has a son out of nowhere and everything. So he has to deal with taking care of him, making sure he doesn't go into the wrong path. Because it's like, well, if you're my son, then you better, go by my rules and not kill people and not take it that far and everything like that. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting. You get to see a bit more, I guess, of Bruce Wayne and how he interacts with his son. But I think Damian was probably the larger character. We saw more about him. And then we have Deathstroke, which was very, very changed in this version. I mean, one of the most biggest things I've noticed at the beginning was that he had both eyes in the beginning, and apparently in the movie version, he made that Damian was the one that jabbed out one of his eyes. So that's pretty different and random, and I'm not sure if Deathstroke was ever related to Ra's al Ghul or ever wanted to be his heir or whatever in the comics, so that was a strange thing. But yes, but in this movie, as we all know, Ra's al Ghul's thing is he was always looking for an heir, and when he found Batman, he was so impressed by him and everything that he wants to be his heir. So this movie kind of goes to the plot that, I guess, originally Deathstroke was supposed to be the heir, but once he met Batman, he forgot all about him, so now he wants revenge, and, he wants to take over the League of Assassins. And, of course, he also wants revenge on Damian because he jabbed out his eye and everything. But that was a very big change in the character. And other than that, you got other characters. I mean, Talia al Ghul is there, too. She doesn't seem to be as evil or... I mean, I was expecting her to betray Batman somewhere throughout the movie, or to reveal that she was actually working with Deathstroke all along, but I guess not. So she was a bit more, I guess, nicer in this version. And we have other people. We got Kirk Langstrom, which is, of course, the guy who created the Man-Bats. And we also have Killer Croc making a little cameo, a little scene. So it was a pretty good movie. And, of course, Nightwing was in there, too. But basically, Nightwing was just there. He didn't really do anything. And that was a little disappointing and stuff like that. And I guess the last thing I wanted to mention, of course, with Damian is that if you guys read the comics, it did take a while before he would become Robin. I mean, he is the most known for being Robin for a long time, but it didn't happen quite as fast. So, of course, the movie kind of fast forward, kind of speed up a little bit, and we had to see him in his modern, Robin costume with the black hood cape thing and everything. So that was pretty cool. Now, did I like the movie? Well, it was pretty good. I mean, the major part I liked the most was that we actually got to see Damian finally in animated form. And yes, I know you guys are going to probably correct me on that one episode of Batman Brave and the Bold with Damian in it, but that was Damian in name only. That does not count. Which, by the way, if you buy the Blu-ray and DVD, that episode actually is featured as one of the bonus episodes that they always have. Those anime specials always got episodes in there, so it's in there. But yeah, that doesn't count. This is the real Damian. This is how he really acts in the comics and everything. And of course, with these newer movies that have been coming out progressively, like Justice League War and all that, and the one with Darkseid, with Wonder Woman and Supergirl, and all the people are getting cut and slapped and stabbed in blood. This one's kind of the same thing. This one we really do see Damian hack and slash people and stabbing and blood and all over the place and everything. And so yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's pretty action-packed. And like I said, they follow Damian's character to a T. The only thing that just kind of threw me off were the bizarre changes with like Deathstroke. I mean, he was not involved in the original story. This is based on a comic book that's actually called, I think it was called Batman and Son. That was the original story. And Deathstroke was not in it. So just putting him in there changes the whole thing. In fact, Talia al Ghul herself was the one behind all the Man-Bats. And she was the one that wanted to, like, she wanted Damian to kind of infiltrate Batman and screw him up from the inside and everything. But of course, he would choose to go with his father instead. And of course the biggest thing that was different was that Tim Drake, the third Robin, was there, and Damian had a big hatred for him because it's like, well, who is this person that acts like he's his son while I'm the real son? And there was like a bloody battle in the Batcave, and he basically almost killed Tim Drake and everything. And I heard a lot of people were saying that, well, we don't want to put him in the movie because a lot of people are not going to know about the third Robin. Just put Nightwing, he's the most known. Everyone knows Dick Grayson. But yeah, that did kind of change the story a bit. But other than that, I mean, I still like the movie. But yeah, compared to other ones like Justice League War and Attack on the Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, all those that were closer to the comics, this one did like a whole lot of, it was basically just a whole new story adding some elements of Batman and Son in it. But yeah, it was still a good story. And now, finally, will you like the movie? Well, I'd say that if you're a general Batman fan, yeah, why wouldn't you like the movie? I mean, I guess the only people that hate the movie would be the people that hate Damian. Because, yeah, there has been a lot of people that just never really liked the character just because he's so rude, so arrogant, so full of himself and rude to everyone. You know, he's basically douchey to everybody, you know, and some people must hate him, so I guess if you hate him that much, you might skip the movie. But yeah, or the people that are real like close to the comics. Like I said, it did bug me, the changes did bug me, but not enough that I could enjoy the movie. But for other people that are even more hardcore, it might be like what the hell, man, Deathstroke wasn't even in this, what the, you know, they might be turned off by it. But I think it has good enough action, it has enough excitement and everything. You get to see a couple of, you know, other Batman characters like Killer Croc and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty good. It was entertaining, it was awesome. It's a different look at the whole League of Assassins, and Talia was in it, and you know, Ra's al Ghul, all that good stuff. So yeah, I would think you would like the movie, unless like I said, you're a big anti-fan of Damian, you might not like it. And yes, the thing is, it's also weird how they waited this long to make the movie after the character has already passed away in the comics. And if you guys are reading the recent comics, Ra's al Ghul apparently came back and stole Damian's remains and is threatening to throw him back into the Lazarus Pit, and Batman's jumping from comic to comic trying to get him back. Like one issue was guest starring with Aquaman, guest starring with Wonder Woman, next month guest starring with Frankenstein, because I guess DC Comics has their version of Frankenstein. But that's the big thing. Are they going to bring him back now? Will this movie also bring awareness as an excuse to bring back Damian Wayne into the comics? We'll have to see. But anyways, guys, it's a good movie. If you like Batman in general, I think you'll probably like it. It was pretty good. Good voice acting, all that good stuff. If you're a fan of Deathstroke, you'll also probably love it just to see him in action, because he kicked all sorts of ass in it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. And if you guys like this, just keep watching more future episodes. We review other movies and we blog about comics and all that good stuff. And check us out. This is Mark Rodriguez here. I'll be seeing you on DVD.